Where's Max? He should have left for that trip. Max, what are you doing over by your truck? You're supposed to be out bringing that gear out to those people. Well, you're not. What's with the chainsaws, man?
But the trail, you know, nobody's really been down the trail, and there's going to be a bunch of fallen wood. So I was going to bring.
There's probably been 70, 80 ATVs yesterday.
What? But there could be some wood in the way.
There could be, but the still.
Well, you know,
could cut. You've been cutting down like 40-inch diameter trees with that thing.
But I mean, there's some big trees out there.
You're taking more saws than you are bikes.
Well, but the steel works really good in big cottonwood, but it's not very fuel efficient. So I wanted to bring like maybe the Poulin, and I'll probably bring the Echo too, because it's really fuel efficient. And then, you know,
I thought you were selling the Poulin.
Maybe.
I'm beginning to understand. You can take one saw, Max. Yeah, I mean, you're taking 7 bikes and you're coming back with 5 kayaks. One saw. One saw. Yep. Max, one saw. One saw. Yep. Just one. One saw.
Supposed to choose one.
You want me to choose for you? If I choose for you, then that's the one you take, right? Or you can choose, but all right, 10, 9, 8, 7.
Okay, choose for me.
All right, you're taking the little Echo.
Why the little Echo?
Why? Because you were saying it can do almost anything. It can compete with almost anything. The still is unnecessary. The Poulin might be okay, but the still nice, and it's going to work fine for you. It's going to be okay.
Okay. Alright, so out here doing the paddle and pedal, about 3 miles out on the lake right now. Just stopping for a gear check, making sure all my tie downs are good. But look at that view, huh? Beautiful. Man. Yeah. Should be a good day, hopefully. Alright, at the other end of the lake now. Got Bold behind us, Bashful behind that, Baneful behind that. Beautiful mountains all around. Got my kayakers out there. You might be able to see them. They're on their way. Hopefully they can see me. Gives you a little bit of an idea of the massive scale of this lake. So let's see if I can signal them in, and we'll check back with you a little bit on the way back. See, we absolutely do have big trees here in Alaska. They're just kind of few and far between. Well, they got some big ones in southeast, but here in south central, they're kind of few and far between. But there are a few, and yeah. Look at this bad boy right here. That's a big old cottonwood. A real big cottonwood, and there's another big one behind it. This guy is, let's see, I'm gonna get up next to it and see if I can kind of, and it's a Kodam, right? But I mean, hopefully that comes out on video. That's a big freaking tree. That's probably very hollow as well. Most of the cottonwoods here are. I think that's actually like a full-on cottonwood before they became sort of hybrids. There are still some like full cottonwoods out here, but that's a big tree. That's a real big tree. That's one of the bigger ones I've seen around here for sure. Anyway, just kind of stopped to check my load, right? Got 4 kayaks on top of the side-by-side. It's a little top heavy, but it's not bad. Should be good. Oh, I had to stop at my absolute favorite place out here. This is about mile 5. The lake is about 8.5 miles long, something like that. And we're right at the beginning of the trail. And this is about mile 5. And what it is it's called Bold Creek. We were talking about Bold Peak earlier. The water is loud enough here to drown out your brain, which is super cool. And we're fairly high up here. We're probably 30 feet above the water. Just a very zen spot to hang out for a little bit. That sure makes me sound like a hippie. Very cool. Very cool. All right, so I'm back at the office, so to speak. It's a shack, it's not really an office. Waiting for the last of the bikers to come back. So that's a trip that we offer. It's actually pretty cool. It's called Paddle and Pedal, and we set you up, we fit you for a bike, and then we set you up in a kayak and send you out, and you go the entire length of the lake, which is 8 miles, 8.5 maybe. It depends on what the water level is. And then we meet you down there. We take our side-by-side, right? We meet you down there with bikes and do the transition, and then you bike all the way back. So it's a pretty cool trip. It's fun for everybody involved, basically, because like I got paid today to, well, you saw some of that, to drive the ATV down the trail, and obviously I got a little dusty. My beard is a different color than normal, and you know, I'm pretty dirty, but who cares? Dirt washes off. But it's a good day at work, right? So super fun. Unfortunately, we don't have the capacity to do that trip very often, especially midsummer, because it takes a whole extra person to do it. So that's the first one we've done this year, and it might be the last one for a while. We'll see. But cool day at work. I know it wasn't really chainsaw stuff, but I did take the little Echo, because Danny said I couldn't take all my saws. I did take the little Echo, and there was probably a couple of places where I should have stopped and trimmed some stuff back, because trees start leaning like way over the trail, and can be hazardous. But our ATV was actually having some issues, so I was trying not to do a lot of stopping. But anyway, that's probably it for today, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah.
Max, you're just going 7 miles out the trail. 80 people have been out on ATVs. One saw will do. Just one saw.